Hello, welcome to the All or Nothing podcast. Our official sponsors are KR Couriers and Transport Limited. This is a Northwest based courier company delivering all across the UK. They can assist in home moves and removals to large, heavy and bulky items, collections and drop-offs. Fast, safe and reliable deliveries. Please get in touch for a free quote. You'll find all the information within the description. Thank you. Hello everybody, welcome back to the All or Nothing podcast with myself, Billy Moore, and today's special guest is the talented John Culshaw. John, thanks for coming on. Right, so John, you do all street art, all memorials. You found fuck all. Anyway, so John does all the street art,
Yeah.
which is absolutely, incredible what you do. I've seen it. You and many people who watch my podcast that have seen some of the stuff you do. Can you let us know what kind of stuff you've been painting?
So lately, I think most people know me for a lot of the stuff I do around Anfield, a lot of the Liverpool stuff. So we just finished the Bobby Firmino one with my mate. I've done the Diaz one, I've done the Mo Salah one, the Steve Gerrard one on the side of the sand, done that one. So most people know me for that, but I've got loads of work all around Liverpool, all different bits and bobs that I've done as well.
So where did it all start for you? Because tell us about your injury.
I lost my arm when I was 9. When I was a little kid, I got hit by a car, snapped all the nerves in my arm, and that's never come back. That's never gonna come back. Yeah. But the street art started for me. I was working up in Manchester as a decorator, and the company I was working for put out a little newsletter asking, can anyone cover up some graffiti on the side of one of the walls. And I'd never done anything like that. I never even dreamed of it, you know what I mean? So, but I always liked drawing and that when I was a kid. Yeah. So I'll have a little go. And I'd done them a design, and he got all the designs from all these other artists, and he picked my design. And said, yeah, go on then. He gave me fucking $3,500 he gave me. It took me 3 days. And I thought, it's fucking sound, no? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give this a little go. I thought, I'll quit my job. Because I was only a decorator. I know I'll get decorating work like that. Yeah. Nice and easy. So I thought, I'll quit my job, I'll give it a year and see if it goes anywhere. And if it doesn't, I'll go back to decorating. Lasted about 2 months it lasted before I had more work than I could handle, really. Yeah, just doing street art. I went up to Anfield. I got a wall off some fella who I know right opposite the Sandon. And I painted Jurgen Klopp on the wall. This was 2019. And even just halfway through, just while I was painting, I had people stop and saying, "Give your number." That was the first one that I'd really took on my own back to do. I'd done a few little ones like kids' bedrooms and stuff. Yeah. But that was the first one. I weren't getting paid for it, and I thought I'll just go and do something big, so people can see what I can do. And yeah, halfway through, I was just getting and that was it. From then, I didn't. Just business, just took that off. Yeah, just work just took over. Yeah. So did you get paid for the one you were doing, like the Klopp one? Did you just do that off your own back? That Klopp one I done off my own back. So I was being paid at the time, but only for small jobs. So this one was sort of like to stand out from the rest? Yeah, well this is because you're always wanting to push yourself, and you don't, when you're doing jobs for other people, you don't really get the chance because you say, yeah, look, I want to do this, and they go, oh, do you? Yeah. Well, I want you to do this. You've got to do that. You've got to do what they want to do because it's their wall. Yeah. So you never get the chance to push yourself or to try something new. So I thought, fuck it, I'll just do it myself. I'll paint something myself and see if I can. Because this is the first time I've ever tried anything realistic. Yeah. There's already been cartoons and that before then. So I thought I'll just have a little go, see if I can do it. And it came out well, came out nice. What was the response from that, John? So the response went mental. So the response, like I said, I'd only just started, that's 2019. I don't really do social media or nothing. Yeah. I'm not like one of them people. But I thought, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to open a social media account. So I got me Instagram. And I must have been on fucking 40 followers, 50 followers. And I've done that, and it went up to 2,000 followers or something mad like that, you know what I mean? And it just exploded. And then when I done the Steve Gerrard one, and Steve Gerrard posted on his thing for me, and then my followers just exploded again. It just went mad, you know what I mean? So that was the point where I knew, I don't have to do nothing else now, this is my job, I can do this. And the added, what's powerful about it is that you do it with one hand, don't you? Yeah. You know what, everyone always says this, but I always say, You don't use 2 hours to paint anyway.
You don't? No.
It's not like you get fucking tired at your left and you start writing with your right, do you?
No.
You can't do it both.
But I bet you people have asked you that question, how do you do it? Right.
Well, that first one, the Kloppen would have done,
that
was all on ladders. So I'm happy the health and safety didn't go past you, you know what I mean? Because I'm at the top of a ladder, fucking like, I can't hold on with the other hand. I'm reaching out with one hand and fucking trying to paint. So I don't really use ladders, nothing no more. It's all cherry pickers and stuff now. But
I've seen you. I have, like I mentioned it downstairs before. I went past by up Parliament Street by the wedding house. Big Bird. That was another. And every one of them hit the papers, don't they?
Yeah. So these scenes, like I said, I think I fell into it. London and Manchester, Birmingham. These are all places that have got big, massive street art scenes. Liverpool never really had one. The council didn't get behind it. The council got behind all them and paid the artists and stuff. The council in Liverpool didn't get behind them. Except now they're starting to see that there's a bit of tourism coming into it. The council started getting behind it now, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I first started, around 2019, it was just taking off. So it's just a bit of good luck for me that I got on the scene just as it is on its way.
It's fairly new, really, isn't it? To be fair, 2019. It's not that far back.
Not that far back. Only a few years ago.
Yeah, you had a little breakdown through like COVID as well, didn't you? So there was nothing going on then. Did you carry on yourself then?
I carried on, and COVID was fucking one of my busiest periods. I flew through COVID. Me, I'm working on my own. I'm in the car on my own. And when I was going to jobs, I was doing bars and restaurants or gyms. There was no one there. They'd give me some keys and I'd be there myself so I could work right through it.
Yeah.
But everybody, they were all getting these furloughs and they were all getting these grants and stuff. So everyone had loads of extra money to do up their businesses. No one was going on holiday, so they're all doing up the gardens or their houses. And I just fucking cashed in on it. I just got
Why not?
as much working as I could, yeah.
Why not? So as this like sort of like, I don't know, is it something that you've, like, I know you said you didn't always want, it wasn't something you always wanted to do, you thought you'd just try your hand at it.
Yeah.
It was like, you got these, you know, this message in Manchester to do this. But now, is this a full-time job for you now?
Yeah, so it's been so much that it was something that I wanted to do. I'd have loved to have done this. I just didn't realise that it was a job. I didn't realise that you could do that as a job.
Mad that, innit?
I thought people, you go to university and then you do this and you do that and then someone might pay you to do it. But no, if you want to just go out and do it, you can just go out and do it, and if you're good at what you do, people are going to give you work.
How do you manage it though, John? Because I could look at a wall and go, have you got to do the outline? And then it's like what work goes into something like that?
So the way I do it, some people just use a projector and just do the outline, but I do use a grid. I put a grid on the wall, then I get my image, I overlay my image onto that grid, so that gets me all my measurements. Yeah, basically you got all your outlines. Then once your outlines are on, it's just colouring in, Ben.
Yeah,
I mean, that's dumbing it down, but basically it's just colouring in. It's just looking at your image and putting the same colours on that image.
Is it with spray or paint?
Spray paint.
Yeah, spray paint. Wow. And so what other? Did you do the baddie and
No, that was like from London. That he is Mayor Walls done that one.
Muriel Walls.
Mayor Walls.
Mayor Walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I thought it would have been yourself, to be fair, John.
No, that weren't me. That was them. That was I'd already spoke to me that in the pipeline for about a year already.
Yeah.
So I knew that was already coming, you know what I mean?
What have you got in the pipeline now?
So I'm working up in Kirkdale. Got to go and get a wall after here for a job up in Kirkdale for the 1981 March for Jobs. So there's a lad down there who feels very strongly about that. Thinks that people should be remembering about what people have done.
Yeah. Just like the miners, when it was all the miners and stuff like that.
So it was later.
Down the docks.
Yeah, it was later than the miners, but it was just it's more to do with all the fucking Maggie Thatcher stuff taking all the jobs and that. So they done a big march down from the North End through Liverpool, and he wants people to remember about what he'd done and that. So he's went out and got a commission. So it's all been signed off now. We just need to get the wall and go and get it painted. So
this is on the side of an house or a building, or
so we haven't got the wall yet. That's all we're waiting for us to go. I'm going to go down, knock on a few houses later on, say, do you want a piece of artwork on your wall? And if anyone says yeah, we're ready to go. So it'll probably be up within the next month.
Wow. But it's got to be sort of like in a place where everyone can see it, hasn't it?
In a nice...
Can't be in a close.
Yeah, no, it's going to be... These are all the good walls.
So, going forward, right, John, so it's something that you feel... Do you think you'll ever run out of walls?
No, I don't think... I don't want to keep doing... I like to paint over my old jobs. I don't like the thoughts of people getting bored of what they're seeing, do you know what I mean? It's because it should be something that people get excited. Oh, fucking hell, look at that, something new. Do you know what I mean?
So Klopp will go.
Yeah, so I think we should. People don't want you to. So you say, yeah, we'll go over there and like that. No, we liked it. Say, yeah, you like it now, but next year or the year after, you'll forget it's even there.
Yeah.
You'll just walk past and you won't even take notice. You know what I mean?
Totally agree.
So I think you best just change it to something new and keep people interested.
Yeah.
If you're putting something new on every corner, they'll get bored in the end.
So when are you going to go to Goodison and start painting something there, lad?
So what, I've got a mate there, right? I've been promising him for the last probably about the last 8-9 months. I'm going to come down, I'm going to do it. So I've got to do it. So before the season comes, we'll be putting one on the Goodison Cafe.
I did ask you about our Joe. I think our Joe will explode. He's quite, you know, he's the celebrity in our family. You know what I mean? He's the man. And his smile and his soul just lights up, you know, Eddie, fucking households you know, Eddie watching, he's just amazing. So, John, growing up, you know, what were the difficulties that you had, you know, with your arm and the injuries, you know, that you had from it?
Right, you know what, I can't remember any difficulties. It didn't bother me. That's just one of them things where it happened, and that was that.
What was the accident? So what it was 9 years old, can you remember?
Yeah, so it's got hit by a car. I was crossing over. What it was, we were all playing out. I come from a big family, me. So my dad's one of 16. So when I was growing up, I had about 40, 50 cousins, and we'd all hang around together, do you know what I mean? And there's like, we were all out one time, there's two of us, me and our Logsy, we were out on our bikes. And it's a pain in the ass when only 2 years are on your bikes, so his man had a pub, we won't throw them in the pub, and then we'll come back out. Yeah. So I was crossing the road on our bikes, this fucking car doing about a one-er. This was before speed bumps and that. Speed bumps weren't out then. Cars fucking doing about a one-er down the fucking street. Just
a 30 mile an hour street?
On a 30 mile an hour street, yeah, it's a normal little road that people live on. Yeah. And by the time he's seen us crossing the road, he's slammed his brakes on, but it's too late. There's no anti-lock brakes on, nothing then. He's just skidded right into the pair of us, do you know what I mean? Knocked us both off our bikes, but as it's hit my leg, I've like gone over the bonnet, but I've gone through the window screen, right through it, and this arms went like over the top of the roof. Wow. Snapped all the nerves out of it. But the doctor said, if you didn't go through that window screen, if you'd have hit the road, you'd be dead. Yeah. So that saved your life, going through the window screen, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
And what about your friend?
Logsy, so it hit the back of his wheel, so it didn't hit him. It just flung him off, but he landed on a pub car park and all bottles and stuff, so he had all cuts and big gashes.
Was you unconscious at the time?
So now I can remember waking up, like on the road, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And my auntie is there, Mary, and I'm going, my arms are killing. She's like that, the build you love there, bro. I'm going, my legs are hurting. She's going, yeah, they're broke. I'm fucking scared to ask about anything else. You know what I mean?
She's just straight.
She just told me straight, yeah, they're broke. She's just trying to tell me, don't try and move or nothing. Yeah. I was all fucking mangled, you know what I mean? All twisted up and that.
Wow. I know what it's like to be it, you know, in an RTA, because when I was in Thailand, I went to Laos to do a visa run, and because the change of on the left hand side and the right hand side of the road, you know, when I was on Honda Wave 50, it was getting close to midnight. I was heading to the only club, the only nightclub in the city, Luang Prabang, and I heard these whistles, and there was a group of ladyboys, right? Whoa, I was like, what the fuck? Right, as if to say, you fucking trying to like get my attention here. And as I've looked, I'm on the wrong side of the road, and these two taxi bikes they were, little things on the side of them, just came they were racing each other. By the time I looked up and had the chance to see what was going on, they both hit me. I went in the air, the bike landed on my chest, the handlebar went right through my stomach. I mean, literally went right. I had to pull a handlebar on my stomach, broke my ribs, crushed my lung, and I got rushed to an hospital about 5 miles away in a wheelbarrow, sloshing full of blood. This Irish fella thought I was Russian. Yeah, like there was, because these like Laotians were picking me up, and like they didn't know how to cope with this an accident. They just trying to help me by throwing salt water down my throat and blood's everywhere. I was like, this Irish kid helped me, threw me in a wheelbarrow. That was the only transport he had. Got me there. Fucking amazing. I'm surprised I was still like
alive.
Yeah, you know, I've got like half of me, like I've got a scar right from my back right the way around here. Yeah. You know, it was that bad, you know what I mean? It wasn't fucking nice.
Sounds pretty bad.
Oh yeah. But like you know, as a young kid as well, 9 years old, you know, your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah, well, like I said, that's thinking back, I can't remember anything
Bad.
different. Do you know what I mean? I can't remember like adapting to this and adapting to that. It's just one of the things. Just when you're a kid, you just adapt anyway. Don't
Even
you?
driving, you drive now as well,
Driving,
don't you?
yeah, I'm in an auto. You know what I mean? So that's doesn't really change that. It's not. I can't even as a grown up think anything fucking opening a bag of crisps about it. You know what I mean? I can't think of anything that I can't do.
You can do whatever you want, mate.
Yeah.
So you said to me you come from a family of boxers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of your family members was boxing in the same era as me. Was it Peter Culshaw?
Peter, yeah, it's my cousin.
Yeah, Peter, because Peter was he was a known he was known to be a good kid as a young. Must be about 50.
I think he just turned 50. Yeah.
Yeah. So who did he box for?
So he started off in the Iton gym and Canny Farm.
Yeah.
And I don't know, then he moved up to town, I think.
I think he was about the same, like, the weight classes, like the likes of Danny Peters and, you know, Peter Culshaw, myself.
Fighting about fucking 8.5 stone and stuff like that, yeah.
He done really well, didn't he?
He done really good, yeah.
What's he doing with himself now? Did he achieve anything, Peter?
Yeah, so he got the WBU, didn't he?
Brilliant.
Yeah, so he defended that a few times as well. So he done well as a boxer in the 90s as well.
Yeah,
it weren't the same as it is now, where you can promote yourself with all the social media and that.
Yeah,
you have to rely on someone else. It was hard. It's hard for an English fighter to get a proper shot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But yeah, he went over to the South Africa and beat that baby Jake Tamala.
I remember him. Yeah,
and that's like that was about as far as he went, do you know what I mean? But
yeah, I lost track. I lost track of a lot of what was going on the minute I picked up drugs.
Yeah.
I think you just go into an abyss and a narcotic stupid, and like you wake up a couple of decades later and go, fucking hell, there's the stories that you know I never heard.
Yeah.
You know, that have just passed me by.
Yeah, but I was there for. I didn't know what happened there.
I was there. So what are your plans this year?
This year I'm trying to move a little bit away from the murals, to be honest with you. I want to move more towards painting canvases and stuff like that. I'm probably creating a bit more content, you know, online, doing like a YouTube channel and stuff like that, because it's what I'm doing now. It's good work, it's good money, but it's a lot of work. I'm fucking working until about 11, 12 o'clock at night. Every night, just doing designs, you know, things that people don't see. Yeah. They see you, if you're on site for fucking 3 days a week, and you're doing fucking 8-hour days, that's not all the work you've done. You've been working 12-hour days for fucking 7 days a week, just so that you can get on site and do them, you know, with all your designs and meetings and seeing people and that. So I think if I take the art into my own hands a little bit and start doing what I want to do, I can have a little bit more time with my family and should just probably earn about the same. Probably won't earn no more money, but I'll have more time with my family.
Have you got kids in there?
Yes, I've got kids, I've got kids in a bed and that.
How many?
I've got 2.
Same.
Yeah.
How old are they now?
Mine are 14 and 11.
Wow, yeah. So they're growing up.
Yeah, they're big enough now, like, my little girl's fucking starting GCSEs next year, I think, or the year after. I don't know.
Yeah, my stepdaughter now, she's in the midst of like GCSEs now. It's it's not easy for them.
No, I don't know what. I think my little girl got to about 10, 11 before she surpassed me. Like, I can't do her work. I can't help her with her schoolwork now. She's well too clever for me, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Fucking different ball game from when we were kids, you know what I mean?
I hardly went to school, never mind done with all my GCSEs and stuff. But she's like dead clever, me little girl.
So what are your paydays like now? Are they like, because is it big money like for the?
It's good money.
So the first one was $3,500.
Yeah.
Like you must have been like, what the?
I couldn't believe it. I mean, you don't. To be honest with you, it ain't grown much since then. But no. I knew who was giving me the job then, so I knew what to throw down. I knew they were getting charged like 10s and 15s. Yeah. And I thought I'll throw 3.5, and they fucking bit me hand off for it. Do you know what I mean?
Did you think of fucking hell? I should have.
You should throw more. Yeah. No, I was just made up. I don't know about fucking 300 quid a week at the time. They just give me 3.5 grand for half a week. Yeah. I thought fucking Sam, mate, I was made up with that. But yeah, it's usually on a big job like that was a massive job. You're looking at about fucking 8-9 grand, something like that. But it's the money. The money is, like I said, it's boss when you see me on site for a week. Yeah. But I've probably worked 3-4 months. Exactly. Doing that project. So that the whole project, if you break it down into hours, the money's fucking terrible. Do you know what I mean? But if you look at just the time that I'm on site, the money's fantastic.
Have you ever had any like problems or issues from like people who heckle you or online or on site and said, "Come on, what are you doing with the red site and all that?"
Yeah, you get that all the time, every job. Or you get people going, "You've missed a bit," or, are you Banksy, or whatever, I don't know what I mean. You get that on every job, and you just do go, it's fucking the same answer to everyone, don't you know what I mean? But mostly, no, it's good. I think the only time you ever get any abuse, because I was never on Twitter, I was always just on Instagram.
Twitter's a fucking...
Someone said, you need to get on Twitter, there's loads of business and that goes through. I've never had one job through Twitter, and just loads of abuse.
Yeah.
Everyone is just full of, it's fucking toxic, lad, isn't it?
It is, lad, like, I think Twitter's like one of my biggest platforms as well, and it's like you can't even say nothing on there, and you've got the political fucking correctness out of everyone,
and the people who aren't political correct and just want to give you some shit.
Yeah, it's just it is a way. Like instead, you can get away with fucking, no one's ever really toxic on there. But I mean, it's quite
because it's all image based on Insta. Isn't it? So people you show some images and people go, "Is right, mate? That's boss that."
Videos, reels, images, like. You make a comment on Twitter and it becomes like you become a target.
Yes, that's what I mean. So I'm not really that big on Twitter because I've only just started it. But I remember the first time I posted something and just got so much abuse. What the hell, mate? Why are you all hating on me? I only posted a picture of me work.
It's fucking weird. It's a weird fucking platform, really. Yeah. It's like Facebook's like the old school council estate fucking...
Yeah, so Facebook as well. I swear Facebook's just full of people who grab you out to do your price for them. Tell everyone you've been out to do a price and then don't never see them again. Yeah. You don't get no work from Facebook. It's just full of people...
Do you know what, right?
People putting you onto this job and that job and none of them ever come out.
I was listening to a Sylvester Stallone speech the other day. I know Sly, I've worked with him, right? And he's to look at him and you grow up thinking fucking Rocky, he's thick, he's punch drunk, you know what I mean? But he's a very, very intelligent man, right? He's fucking super fucking intelligent, to be fair. And he was talking about, when we're young, we've got an abundance of time, and with the youth comes that air of arrogance. He said, but as we get older, we need to be really, really stingy with the time that we've got, because it's our only asset. It's the fucking, it's the best asset that we have got, time. And then when you've got people like that ringing you up to take you away from something, promise you, and just to go, get on this, with John Culshaw here, fucking sad, right? Time wasted. Like I've had to like learn a lesson recently, very recently, about that, because you get pulled from pillar to post. No one's fucking asked. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I forget I've got a family here. I've got to look after them. I've got to spend time with them. I've got to sit with my kids. I've got a little baby. I've got a 3-year-old. I've got a partner who's like, where the fuck are you going? Yeah.
So that's what I was saying earlier about. That's why I'm trying to move more into canvas and stuff now. Because if I do a canvas, the canvas probably take me longer. So say I earn $4,000 on a job for a week doing this. I can earn that on a canvas, but the canvas was probably going to take me fucking 2 months because it's so small, they're very intricate. Yeah. And then the prints, you say you sell the prints for 40, 50 quid, you sell 50, then that's about another $3,500.
Exactly, yeah.
So if I do that for a month, then I can spend the next 2 months working with me, doing stuff with my kids and taking them here, taking them to footy and taking my little girls singing lessons and all stuff like that. So I can do all that stuff that I can't do now because I'm doing a price for this person, price for that person, doing say 5 prices a week. Each one of them prices needs 4 designs. That's what, from 25, 30 designs a week. Yeah. Then I'm just sitting at home, not paying no attention to my family. Yeah. And then you're only going to get 2 of them jobs anyway. So it's all that stuff. That's what I'm trying to knock on the head. Just focus on my own stuff. Any of the big jobs come along, I'll focus on them.
I think if you never had kids, right, or a family, you could do all that stuff. Yeah. But like you've hit the nail on the head, right? Because I bet you find yourself out the house more or in your own little workspace than you do sitting around, at home with your family. Now, after here, I'm going to go and take them for a walk. Yeah. It's let's go to New Brighton, let's do something, put the phones down, do something with them, because we neglect through busy lives, and we use that and justify, because money, as nice as it is, and we all need it, we don't need that much or so, you know what I mean? As long as you've got enough to fucking get by. And
the thing is, I'm I'm not a greedy person. I'm not like, I don't like big cars and that type of stuff. I just want to be nice and stable in my life, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a dope as well. So money comes in, I think, I've got £1,000 there. Let's go and spend £1,000. I fucking run off and spend it. I think, oh shit, let's go make some more money now.
So you don't save?
I'm constantly chasing money down because I've spent what I should have just stuck in the bank and left it. But it's a lesson that I've got to learn. I've been saying for the last 3 years, I just want to start saving now. I'm being a bit more sensible with my money. And then I get on, should we go on holiday? Something daft.
Someone's nan said to me once, right, he says, you know, people who are not used to money become really funny around it.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know, we'd go in one hand and out the other, and we wouldn't invest and we wouldn't save, and you know, it's like, fucking hell, it's like you're like a kid in the sweet shop, aren't you?
But it's just because I don't care about it.
Yeah.
It's not important to me, and I don't want to hoard as much of it as I can.
Yeah.
I'd rather have stuff and I'd rather have memories.
Exactly, yeah.
Than have all this money. But all that money it's safety. It's that. You know, when you've spent all your dough and you've got nothing, and you think, oh shit, I've got all them bills coming out next month.
And then you got to work.
Sorry guys, I've got to go and find some money now. I'm constantly in that cycle of always finding.
So if you have a prudent reserve.
Yeah, so if I just stuck £10,000 in the bank there.
Yeah, you'll shout.
I'm all like that. That's my rainy day money. If I ever run out and I need my bills paying, that's there.
Yeah, plus you can have a few little comforts with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if it pops up, a nice little bargain there, I can go and grab that. But that's not me. That's as soon as I get £10,000 in the bank, I'm spending that.
Do you work with anyone else though, John? Have you got a partner? Do you know?
I've got no partners, but I've got there's a load of other lads that are doing it. That if ever need a touch, I can ring them. So my mate Liam, who just done that, the Bobby Firmino one with. Yeah. I do a lot of work with him. He's a Brazilian lad. He's sound as well. He's a nice lad. But basically when I started off, because he's been doing it for years, he's dead good at it. He'd only just come to Liverpool. He spoke English and that. Yeah. And I met him in the paint shop where you buy all the paint, and he's saying, you know, he's basically saying, how do you get work over here? It's different to Brazil. Yeah. And I said, you know what, I've got fucking work coming out my ears. I said, jump on with me, and I'll get you loads of work, and you show me how to paint. Basically, show me how you do what you do. Yeah. And we'll just share my work. So he jumped on with me. We've done that for about 2 years. I learnt loads from him, and he
vice versa.
He earned a load of money, and he learns how to get work in this country, which is a little bit different. So he could get work by himself, but we don't really do that no more because, like I said, I wanted just a little bit more time to myself, to my family. Yeah. So I was saying, yeah, listen, I'm gonna leave that. You go and do your own thing, and I'll do my own thing, and I'll start knocking a bit of work back now, so that I can. Because I got to a point where I was lucky enough that I can be a little bit more picky about the jobs that I take. Definitely, I've got so much coming in that I can say, I don't want to, I've not got time for that, or I'll pass it over. That's why I'll give that job to Liam, I'll give that job to, Kieran from the shop or whatever. Yeah,
just. Do you know who else that does a lot of artwork in Liverpool? There's another Scouse kid, what's his name now?
Paul Curtis.
Paul Curtis, yeah, because Paul was going to do, right, this is a funny thing, I met Paul, and he was going to do this mural inside this gym that we were setting up in the Baltic Triangle under Punch Tammy's. Now, these kids who had met, they wanted me to front this gym, and they were going to do all this inside. Paul came down, looked at the painting. It was about to pray before, so all this, that, and the other. He was going to do this big mad artwork at the price and everything. Then a lot of things happened, COVID, and everything fell through. Yeah. But he was on board, Paul. He was going to do some artwork for us at one point.
So he started probably not much before me, to be honest with you. He started, but a little bit before me.
It was the wings, weren't it?
He done the wings, got himself a nice big name for himself, didn't he? And then he just like I did with the clock piece, he did with the wings. You know what I mean?
Who's the one who does the little paintings? There's one by the Adelphi Hotel, right? I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's about that big, lad.
Yeah, like the little Jakes, the little like a little cartoon fella. That's my mate. That's Lost Hills.
Is he?
Yeah, he's sounding,
He's a nice lad. Them, it's a fucking boss.
But he's not he don't do that as a job. That's just his thing. Do you know what I mean? That's just something he enjoys. But he does them all over the place. Like he'll go, travel around Paris and put them up. He doesn't. They're paste ups, aren't they? So he doesn't paste them on the wall. No. He'll just have a bag full of them and a load of little paste, and he just
pastes them
onto the wall. Yeah.
Right. So who is Banksy?
Banksy, I don't know, some kid from Bristol, innit?
Have you ever met him? Have you ever come across him?
No, I've never met him. Like I said, he really is that much of a secret. What everyone thinks he is, that's what he's like.
Why is he so secretive though, lad? I mean, have you ever he's eluded everyone, and there's no. He's like fucking easy.
Yeah, there's people who that Silent Bill from over the water. He knows him. He's mates with him. So I've met him, and he's met Banksy, and they've painted together and stuff. He went over to the, where they go to over to the, I don't know, like one of them religious countries.
Yeah,
Jerusalem or something.
Israel.
Like that. Israel. Yeah, Israel. They went to. Yeah, they went and painted over there on the big wall, the big wall that separates them. Wow. So we went over there and painted with him, and he's done all the bits and bobs. But he was on Channel 4 the other day. That this thing, cause they sold that Banksy, and it went in it as that Silent Bill. Yeah. Well, I'd already spoke to Silent Bill. He told me about that about 4 years ago. Oh, yeah, I've done this thing, and everyone thinks it's Banksy, and it's not. You know what I mean? And then it was on the telly, and I said, there's that Silent Bill's fucking piece. Sold for 250 grand.
Fucking hell, it's big money, like, innit?
Big money, yeah.
See, if you
the fella's gutted now, he's got a brick with nothing.
If you could, if you'd ever got to that stage, lad, that'd be fucking Eldorado here, wouldn't it?
It's hard for him to, how was he going to cash in on it, though, without telling people who he is? Yeah. Because he doesn't get on that money. He paints it on a wall, and then someone just comes out and chops that wall out. So whoever owns the building, they own the artwork. And
then they sell it?
Then they sell it, and don't give it on to Banksy.
Where does he must be making something somewhere, he's got to be.
I'd have thought he does his own, like, exhibitions and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But his exhibition work's not worth nowhere near as much as his street art.
I think that's why it's so popular, because of his hidden kind of...
That's what it is, yeah. But the street art world, like the graffiti world and the street art world's different. The graffiti kids all hate us, you know what I mean? Like where all the posh kids or something. You know what I mean? But they all, I used to look at them, and they'd be out in the fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, so like no one knows who I am, but they're all trying to be the most famous, infamous person, you know? Why do you care if no one knows who you are? Why do you care about them seeing your name? But they do. They want to be the most famous person that no one knows who you are. You know?
And that they want it to be written in such a way that it has an impact on. I mean, there's a lot of that in London. There's a lot of that, especially in Camden and stuff like that. There's loads going on.
Loads of it. It's like I said, the London scene's massive. The Manchester scene's big as well. Birmingham, it's massive. Down in like Brighton and all that, they all have a big massive scene. Liverpool's the one who's playing catch up, really. Yeah. But it's catching up. It's like the fastest growing in Liverpool.
Yeah, but you've done really well, John. I've always admired your artwork. It's been like, and I'm glad I've got the chance and the opportunity to sit across from you and have a little chat with you. And unfortunately, I never really knew much about like your injury, and I was quite like, wow. You know what I mean? I was impressed. You know what I mean? And then you fucking just hit the nail on the head. You don't need 2 arms of paper. And I felt like a bit of a dickhead, you know what I mean?
Everyone says the same thing, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if it was that arm, you would have had to use that one.
To be honest with you, I was right-handed as well.
Was you?
I had to change, yeah.
Well, there you go. Fucking hell. If I couldn't fucking even scratch me fucking arms.
I still throw like a girl.
So what, we're coming to the end now, John. It's been really, it's just lovely to have a nice little chat about the stuff that you've been, doing in the city, and what you've got going on in your life, and a little bit about your past. I've enjoyed speaking to you about that. But what I would say, right, is at the end of every podcast, I always ask my guest, what would you say to a young John Culshaw coming through the doors of life now? If you had the opportunity to see you and offer yourself a little bit of guidance, or a pearl of wisdom, what would you say to yourself?
I'd say to myself to just have a go. Don't worry about what people are thinking or not, and do you know what I mean? Because this was always something I enjoyed. I'm not going to tell no one I like drawing. That's gay, you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. And then I got to an age where I didn't care no more. I thought, I'm going to have a little go. And as soon as I had a go, the only thing I ever got was pats on the back. And everyone going, it's right, lad. You know what I mean? Everyone was made up fun. And I think, why did I just do this? From 10 years ago, or 20 years ago when I was like 18 or whatever, do you know what I mean? Brilliant. As soon as I left school, I should have just done something. But I left until I was a grown man with kids of my own, and I had bills that are coming out of my ears. Well, I done it when I was a kid, and I was in my ma's house. I could have spent loads of time just doing whatever I wanted, and it doesn't matter if it makes money or not, because I live in my ma's. Yeah. Well, that's what I'd tell myself.
And with that, John, thanks for coming on.
Mate, nice one.
Appreciate it.